of the Fair contest. Tonight you're going to meet 23 of the prettiest girls you ever hope to see. The largest contingent of contestants we have ever had at the Appalachian Fair. First, I'd like you to meet the young lady who 1 year ago on this stage was successful in her competition and was named Miss Fairest of the Fair, Sherry Ann Richmond. And our judges, Celeste Taylor Eversole. Celeste, will you stand up? Celeste was 1976-77 Fairest of the Fair. 1976 Miss Tennessee Teen. Was the first runner-up in the 76 Miss USA Tennessee Teen. And later judged the Miss US Teen pageant in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Is married to Mark Eversole and lives in Johnson City. Graduated from East Tennessee and is employed by Texas Instruments. Thomas Bice, another of our judges this evening. He is involved in pageant work and has been for 7 years on the state, local, and national levels as hairdresser and makeup artist. He's helped prepare contestants for the Miss North Carolina, the Miss Tennessee, and the Miss Virginia pageant, training them for all facets of competition. He served as Miss Virginia's hairdresser and makeup artist for the past 3 years in the Miss America pageant. In addition to pageant work, Tom has extensive technical experience in fashion and theater productions throughout the states of Tennessee and Virginia. Thomas Bice, another of our judges for this evening. Jack Burkhart of Greenville, Tennessee. Jack? He is an attorney in Greenville for the past 19 years, active in the Greenville JCs for 10 years, directed the Miss Greene County pageant for 3 years, has judged numerous pageants, including Miss America preliminaries, Miss Johnson City, Miss Knoxville, Miss Chattanooga, and Miss East Tennessee State University. Has been instrumental in bringing the first Miss America 1975 to East Tennessee and the present Miss America, Kelly Cash, to Greenville in 1987. Member of approved judges for Miss America preliminary pageants in the Southeast. Those are your judges, ladies and gentlemen. Mrs. Celeste Taylor Eversole, Mr. Tom Bice, and Mr. Jack Burkhart. As we told you earlier, this is our largest contingent ever. 23 lovely contestants for Fairest of the Fair, and you're about to see what I mean as we allow them to come on stage and tell you who they are.
name's Angie English and I'm 17 years old.
Good evening, my name is Debbie Stevens and I'm 20 years old.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Celia Carver and I'm 20 years old.
Good evening, my name is Amy Buchanan and I am 17 years old.
Hello, I'm Pam Simcox and I'm 18 years old.
Good evening, my name is Billy Sulo and I'm 18 years old.
Good evening, my name is Cindy Austin. I'm 16 years old.
Good evening, my name is Tina Street and I'm 19 years old.
Good evening, my name is Melinda Barker and I'm 19 years old.
Good evening, my name is Julia Hale and I'm 18 years old. Good evening, I'm Crystal Story and I'm 18 years old. Hi, I'm Amy Richards and I'm 17. Good evening, my name is Laura Ann Wright. I'm 19 years old. Good evening, my name is Susan Leonard and I'm 18 years old. Good evening, my name is Anita Stinson and I'm 20 years old.
Good evening, my name is Lisa Sayers and I'm 16 years old.
I'm sure that none of you envies the job the three judges have for this evening. 23 beautiful young ladies, one of whom will be named Fairest of the Fair tonight, right here on this stage. And she'll face a year-long activity-filled schedule in which she will compete in Nashville in the State Fair contest. You know, we have had in the past winners of the State Fair, Fairest of the Fair, and hopefully from among these 23, we'll do it again. Thank you, ladies. You have seen our contestants together, and now we're going to allow you to see them individually and to begin making up your mind as to whom you think might become fairest to the fair for 1987. It's a tough decision those three judges have. Let's bring them all back now, one at a time, tell you a little about them, and allow you to make up your own minds, and let's see how good you are. Contestant number one, Miss Beverly Jo Gillenwater. Beverly is a 19-year-old daughter of Bill and Susie Gillenwater of Kingsport. She is sponsored by Nautilus Fitness Center of Brownsville Road, Johnson City. She is a 1985 graduate of Sullivan North High School, where she was active in sports. She ran track, she sang in the chorus, was a member of the Future Homemakers of America. She worked in the Mini Raiders Daycare Center, which was associated with a co-op of Sullivan North High School. She says she likes dancing and eating pizza and going out on the weekend, meeting friends, working out and keeping in shape, swimming and playing volleyball. Says she doesn't like washing her car and doesn't particularly like gaining weight either. Beverly plans to attend college this fall and pursue a major in cosmetology and fashions and modeling. Her dream is to be a model, and she says, I believe if you work hard enough, you can make your dreams come true. That's contestant number one, Miss Beverly Jo Gillenwater. Contestant number two, Miss Nicole Ray Judy. Nikki is the 17-year-old daughter of James and Diane Judy of Johnson City. She is sponsored by Showbiz Pizza. She's also employed there. She is a senior at Daniel Boone High School, where she is a member of the Health Occupation Students of America, a member of Advanced Chorus, a member of the Drama Club, head trainer for the Daniel Boone football team. She participated in track and cross-country running, and is listed in Who's Who among American high school students. She is a member of the Gray United Methodist Church, where she's active in the church choir and the youth group. She likes singing and dancing. She likes acting, playing the piano, toll painting, and football games. Says she doesn't like parallel parking, doesn't like cleaning her contacts, and doesn't like having to wait for payday at Showbiz. She plans to attend East Tennessee State University and obtain a degree in athletic training. With this degree, she hopes to gain a position with the professional football team and to become a successful woman trainer. That's contestant number two, Miss Nicole Ray Judy. Number three, Miss Susan Staley Williams. Staley is the 16-year-old daughter of Dr. and Mrs. Alex Williams of Gray. She is sponsored by Sunset Hair Works on Sunset Drive. She is currently a student at Science Hill High School, a member of the Kiettes Club, member of Science Hill Choir and the Pep Club. She is a student of dance with the Boulding School of Dance, where she is a serendipity dancer. Staley is a member of the Westminster Fellowship Youth Group. Says she likes Broadway musicals and poodle puppies, and doesn't like people chewing ice, and women who wear orange fluorescent lipstick. Her future plans include attending and graduating from Vanderbilt University and becoming a pharmacist. That's contestant number three, Miss Susan Staley Williams. Contestant number 4, Miss Darlene Sue Ganger. Darlene is the 19-year-old daughter of Ted and Linda Ganger of Jonesboro. She is sponsored by Wood & Wood Knott's Craft Supplies and Gifts of Johnson City. Presently attends East Tennessee State University. She is a 1986 graduate of David Crockett High School, graduated in the top 10% of the class. In 1982, she marched with the David Crockett Band in the World's Fair Parade in Knoxville. In 84, she toured southern Spain with the Crockett Congregation Choir, representing Friendship Ambassadors. In 1985, she marched with the band in the Peach Bowl Parade in Atlanta, Georgia. While in school, she was involved in 4-H, and she is a member of the Order of Rainbow Girls. Darlene is a member of the Jonesboro United Methodist Church. Says she likes baton twirling and babysitting and spending time with her family and friends, and doesn't like people who drive too slow in the fast lane on highways, and she doesn't like people who take advantage of other people either. Plans to obtain a degree in broadcasting and to combine her career with a family, working hard to be a success in both. That's contestant number 4, Miss Darlene Sue Ganger. Number 5, Miss Angela Dawn Anderson. Angie is the 18-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Earl Anderson of Jonesboro. She is sponsored by Carter & Carter Machinery, local Vermeer Baylor dealer of East Carroll Creek Road, Johnson City. She's a 1987 graduate of David Crockett High School and is presently a freshman at East Tennessee State University. While at David Crockett, she was a member of the Student Council, the Civinettes, the Tennessee Office Education Club, and the Office Education Association, and was listed among who's who among American high school students. She was chosen junior class beauty and was 1985 graduate of Rasnick Modeling School. Says she likes going to football games, playing the piano, and eating pizza. She doesn't like hot, humid weather and doesn't like people who are dishonest. Angie says she plans to obtain a degree in office management, and she also plans to work as an executive secretary. That's contestant number 5, Miss Angela Dawn Anderson. Contestant number 6, Miss Mary Ellen Everhart. Mary Ellen is the 19-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. William R. Everhart of Gray, sponsored by Little and Adams Construction Company Incorporated of Colonial Heights. She's a 1986 graduate of Daniel Boone High School, where she was a member of the Student Council, the Future Homemakers of America, Christian Action Club, the Health Occupation Students of America, Tennessee Office Education Club, and for 3 years was a member of the chorus. Mary Ellen attends Buffalo Ridge Baptist Church, where she is a former choir member and assistant Bible school teacher. Says she likes horseback riding, cooking, cross-stitching, and crafts. Doesn't like strawberry ice cream and driving in the rain. Her future plans are to attend East Tennessee State University to major in elementary education. She says children of today need good role models and teachers who can make them feel good about themselves. Being from a large family, she feels confident that her ability to get along with people will allow her to be an excellent teacher. We would agree with that. Miss Mary Evelyn Everhart, contestant number 6. Number 7, Miss Karen Denise Gray. Karen is the 19-year-old daughter of Jim and Carol Gray of Kingsport. She is sponsored by Miller's in the Johnson City Mall. Currently, she attends East Tennessee State University and is majoring in radiologic technology. Karen is a 1986 graduate of Sullivan North High School. She received the honor of winning Homecoming Queen in 1986 and was a state finalist in the American State Finalist in America's Homecoming Queen pageant. She was freshman and senior princess, was listed in Who's Who in American high school students for 2 years, won an Optimist Youth Award, won the 1985 Belle of Allendale, was vice president of her senior class, and school representative for Holston Valley's Junior Auxiliary. Karen attends Kingsport Baptist Temple. Says she likes to sing and dance and likes to go snow skiing. She doesn't like finding that her sister has an outfit on that she planned to wear, and doesn't like waiting in fast food lines. She plans to graduate with an associate degree in radiologic technology and to continue her education at Vanderbilt University, specializing in ultrasonography. That's Miss Karen Denise Gray, contestant number 7. Here is contestant number 8, Miss Angel Dawn English. Angie is the 17-year-old daughter of Morris and Donna Coffey of Jonesboro and is sponsored by Lamar Ruritan Club. She is a senior at University High School, where she's on the annual staff, is a member of the 4-H Club, a 2-year member of the French Club, and a 2-year member of the Speech and Drama Club. She was a participant in the University High pageant for 2 years and was in the Miss U.S. Teen pageant. Angie is listed in Who's Who among American high school students. She's a member of the First Baptist Church of Jonesboro, where she is an active member of the choir and of the youth group. Angie says she likes animals, she also likes antiques, and she likes to cook. She doesn't like bugs, she doesn't like slow cars. Plans to attend and graduate from the University of North Carolina, majoring in fashion design. That's contestant number 8, Miss Angie Dawn English. Number 9, Miss Debbie Lynn Stevens. Debbie is the 20-year-old daughter of Leslie Stevens and Linda Pierce. She is sponsored by Bob Barber Honda of Johnson City. She is a 1985 graduate of Elizabethton High School. Presently, she attends Barbizon Modeling School of Knoxville, where she is receiving special training in modeling techniques on the runway, photo posing, makeup techniques, and commercial training. While in high school, she was nominated class favorite for 3 years and was a member of the Betsy teams. She also took private lessons in art from a local artist, Urban Bird. Debbie is a choreographer for Metro Productions of Johnson City and is also associated with United Way. She's a member of the Hunter First Baptist Church in Hunter community. Says she likes painting and drawing, being with her family and friends, modeling, sports, animals, and especially she likes to shop. Doesn't like prejudiced people and terrorists because they're causing so much pain in the world. Doesn't care for rainstorms and people who think they're better than everybody else. Says she'd like to become a local model with dreams of even becoming nationally known. But for now, she just wants to work her way up to office manager where she works. That's Miss Debbie Lynn Stevens, contestant number 9. Number 10, Miss Celia Ann Carver. Celia is the 20-year-old daughter of Carlos and Nisha Carver of Jonesboro, and is sponsored by the Washington County 4-H clubs. She is presently attending East Tennessee State and is employed by the Kmart Corporation. She is a 1985 graduate of David Crockett High School, where she was involved in the 4-H club, the Beta Club, Future Homemakers of America, the Bible Club, Journalism Club, and Office of Education Association. She was a representative in the basketball homecoming court and was an honor student. Celia graduated from Barbizon Modeling School in Knoxville, won first place in the Wool and Woolies Fashion Review at last year's Appalachian Fair. She is a member of Antioch Baptist Church. Says she likes classic cars, especially her own 1966 Mustang convertible. She loves to ski and likes bright, clear fall days, doesn't like pushy, impatient people, and doesn't like rainy days. Celia plans to graduate from college with a degree in finance and would like to begin a career in the financial or economics field. Says her ultimate goal is to have her signature on a $100 bill. That's Celia Ann Carver, contestant number 10. Contestant number 11, Amy Stayer Buchanan. Amy is the 17-year-old daughter of John and Cindy Buchanan of Johnson City. She is sponsored by Tri-State Auto Storage of Johnson City and is employed by Little Caesars Pizza. Amy is a 1987 graduate of David Crockett High School, and she'll be starting at Tri-City State Tech Institute this fall. She was president of her senior class, was elected prom queen in 1987. She was named best all-around by her classmates, was in both the basketball and football homecoming courts, where she received second runner-up and first runner-up positions in those two events. She is also honored in Who's Who in American high school students for the past 2 years. She was a Crockett cheerleader for 4 years and captain of the varsity garden. Amy was a member of both the Crockett congregation and the Select Opus group for 2 years, and she was a Civinette for 3 years. She attends Fairhaven United Methodist Church and participates in the youth group, serving as president during the past year. Says she likes being with her family and friends and doesn't like working in the garden. Plans to become an electronic engineer, working toward this by going to Tri-City State Tech for 2 years and then transferring to Tennessee Tech for her 4-year degree. That's number 11, Amy Stayer Buchanan. Contestant number 12, Miss Pamela Grace Simcox. Pamela is the 18-year-old daughter of Walter and Linda Simcox of Mountain City. She is sponsored by Tri-State Vinyls of Mountain City. She is the 1987 graduate of Johnson County High School and presently is a freshman at East Tennessee State University. While in high school, she played volleyball for 4 years, and for 3 of those years was captain of the team. She played volleyball for 3 years and was captain her senior year. She was a member of the Prayer and Bible Club and of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Pamela is a member of the Harmon's Chapel Christian Church, where she is the piano player for the church. Says she likes singing, loves to play the piano, and loves to go swimming. Doesn't particularly care for bowling or golfing. Her future plans include finishing college and then becoming a physical therapist and then getting married and having a family in that order. That's contestant number 12, Miss Pamela Grace Simcox. Number 13, Miss Billy Sue Lowe. Billy Sue is the 18-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Bill Lowe of Jonesboro. She is sponsored by Gray Pharmacy here in Gray. Billy Sue is a student at East Tennessee State University and is employed at Sears Payment Systems. She is a 1986 graduate of Daniel Boone High School, and while there, she was a member of the Reflections, a vocal group that you've heard before, I'm sure. She was wrestling cheerleader for 1 year, received the honor of the title Miss Blazer for the year 1985. She was a member of the Christian Action Club, the Health Occupation Students of America, the Tennessee Office Education Club. She was a participant in the All East Chorus, which is made up of students all over East Tennessee, and was listed in Who's Who among American high school students. Billy Sue attends the Sulphur Springs United Methodist Church, says she enjoys music and sports and doesn't like housework and doesn't particularly care for conceited people either. Plans to pursue a career in elementary education. That's Miss Billy Sue Lowe, contestant number 13. Number 14, Miss Cindy LeVon Austin. Cindy is the 16-year-old daughter of Miss Nancy Austin. She is sponsored by the Main Event, located in the Allendale Shopping Center. Cindy attends Sullivan Central High School, where she's an officer of Junior Achievement Company and was named Outstanding Young Businesswoman of Junior Achievement for 1986-87. She's Vice President of the Students Against Drunk Driving, a member of the Distributed Education Clubs of America, and she is an honor student. She attended the 1987 National Junior Achievement Conference at the University of Indiana. Cindy attends Bridwell Heights Presbyterian Church, says she likes playing softball and working with animals and with clothes, and she says she doesn't like housework. She doesn't particularly care about geometry either. In the future, she plans to attend college, majoring in fashion merchandising, with the idea of working her way up to owning her own business. Says her main goals are to be successful and to raise a happy family. Two worthwhile goals for Miss Cindy LeVon Austin, contestant number 14. Number 15, Miss Tina Lynette Street. Tina is the 19-year-old daughter of Richard and Ella Mae Street. She is sponsored by Powell Construction Company of Johnson City. Tina is presently a sophomore at East Tennessee State University. She's a 1986 graduate of Daniel Boone High School. While at Daniel Boone, she was a member of the Beta Club, National Honor Society, the Senior Science Club, and the Christian Action Club. She was also a member of the Health Occupation Students of America and was a member of the nationally known Boonette Drill Team for 3 years, serving as executive officer during her senior year. Tina's a member of the Boones Creek Baptist Church, likes singing in the choir, she says. She's very active in the youth organization of the church and is involved further in the Baptist Student Union at East Tennessee State University. Tina says she likes being with friends, likes honest people, loves going to church, Says she doesn't like doing homework, doesn't like people who won't admit they're wrong when they are. Tina plans to graduate from East Tennessee State with a degree in social work, to work in a position assisting children in finding adoptive parents. Contestant number 15, Miss Tina Lynette Street. Number 16, Miss Melinda Gay Barker. Melinda is the 19-year-old daughter of Gerald and Sue Barker of Gray. She is sponsored by Universal Tool and Engineering of Johnson City and is presently employed by Winn-Dixie. She is a sophomore at East Tennessee State University and is a 1987 graduate of Daniel Boone High School, where she lettered both in basketball, playing 4 years, and in volleyball. She was a member of the varsity volleyball team. During her senior year at Daniel Boone, she was photographer for the yearbook annual staff. She is now involved in intramural activities at East Tennessee State and was named to ETSU's College of Arts and Science Dean's List. She attends Hales Chapel Christian Church. Says she likes photography and loves basketball, doesn't like laziness, doesn't like people who break promises. Melinda plans to graduate from college with a degree in chemistry, hoping to teach the subject at the secondary level. That's contestant number 16, Miss Melinda Gay Barker. Number 17, Julia Althea Hale. Julia is the 18-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Martin Hale of Jonesboro. She is sponsored by Chick-fil-A of Fort Henry Mall in Kingsport, where she is employed as a customer service representative. She's a graduate of Sullivan South High School, graduated in 1987, was student council representative for 3 years, 2-year photographer, and was business assistant for the annual staff. She was a 4-year member of the choir and Southern Singers Ensemble, and a member of the Southern Bell Drill Team. She also participated in the Drama Club and the Students Against Drunk Driving Club. She's a 1986 Volunteer Girls State Delegate. Julia is a member of the Colonial Heights Baptist Church, involved in youth and adult choir. She also taught Vacation Bible School for 4 years. Says she likes shopping, singing, and traveling, and doesn't like prejudiced attitudes. Julia will be attending East Tennessee State University this fall, majoring in elementary education with a minor in communications. She plans to continue her singing with the ETSU choir and would even like to pursue a career in entertainment. That is contestant number 17, Julia Althea Hale. Number 18, Miss Crystal Yvonne Story. Crystal is the 18-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Richard Story of Gray. She is sponsored by First Tennessee Bank. Crystal is a 1987 graduate of Daniel Boone High School and is presently attending East Tennessee State University. While at Boone, she was a 4-year chorus member, a varsity cheerleader for 2 years, where she served as captain, was on the track team 4 years, also served as captain of the track team, was a member of the National Honor Society, and the president of the Beta Club. She was a member of the French Club, listed in Who's Who among American high school students, received a National Scholar Athletic Award, was 3rd in her graduating class, and get this, one of the hardest records ever to achieve, She attended school for 12 years without missing a single day. She's a member of the Gray United Methodist Church, where she's a member of the choir and the youth group. Says she likes being bumped off flights. Got a real good deal once doing that. And dislikes people who think they know everything. Plans to get a college degree in mathematics and then teach on the secondary level. That's contestant number 18, Miss Crystal Yvonne Story. Contestant number 19, Miss Amy Michelle Richards. Amy is the 17-year-old daughter of Karen Richards and Gary Richards of Kingsport, Tennessee. She is sponsored by Winn-Dixie on Memorial Boulevard, Kingsport, and in fact is a part-time employee of Winn-Dixie. She is a senior in high school, attends Dobbins Bennett High, where she is a member of the National Honor Society. She is also a member of the swim team in her freshman year, or was a member of the freshman year, and is a member of the Sigma Delta Pi Club. After completing her freshman year, she won a full scholarship for academic achievement at Phillips Academy in Boston, Massachusetts. Amy says she likes singing, loves dancing, and likes playing the piano. She doesn't like the color yellow, doesn't like unsmiling faces, and she doesn't like being embarrassed. Her future plans are to attend the University of Tennessee as a pre-med student with a double major in psychology and eventually to become a neuropsychiatrist. What's a mouthful? A neuropsychiatrist. That's contestant number 19, Miss Amy Michelle Richards. Contestant number 20, Miss Lori Ann Wright. Laura is a 19-year-old daughter of Charles and Betty Wright in Gray. She is sponsored by American and American Eagle Airlines at Tri-Cities Regional Airport. She is employed by Sears Payment Systems as a senior data entry operator. Laura is a 1986 graduate of Daniel Boone High School, graduating in the top 10% of her class. She was a member of the National Honor Society, the Beta Club, Key Club, Senior Science, and Tennessee Office Education Club. She was listed in Who's Who among American high school students for 2 years and was accepted into Academic All-American. She was a cheerleader for 4 years, co-captain of the squad during her senior year as they participated in the ICF Cheerleading Championship. Laura is a lifetime member of the Heritage Baptist Church, where she teaches the 4- and 5-year-old class. She says she loves reading novels by Stephen King and strongly dislikes procrastination and pessimism in people. She plans to begin courses at Tri-Cities State Tech next spring, majoring in accounting. Being an auditor for the Internal Revenue Service is her ultimate career goal. That's contestant number 20, Miss Laura Ann Wright. Number 21, Miss Susan Elizabeth Leonard. Susan is the 18-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jack Leonard of Jonesboro. She is sponsored by Shorty's Grocery of South Central Community. Susan is presently attended East Tennessee State University and is a 1978 graduate of David Crockett High. She was a member of the Crockett congregation for 3 years and of Opus for 3 years. This is a select group of very talented singers. She's had 13 years of dance, was a cheerleader for 4 years, member of the Civinet Club, served as a reporter her junior year. She traveled with the Friendship Ambassadors to Spain in 1984, performing song and dance routines in major cities throughout Spain. She was listed in Who's Who among American high school students for 2 years and is a member of the Order of Rainbow for Girls, Jonesboro chapter. Susan attends Jonesboro United Methodist Church. She's a choir member there and involved with the youth. Says she likes performing and likes her sister's peanut butter goulash. Doesn't like people who won't tell the truth and people who brag too much. She'd like to receive her degree in liberal arts and perhaps pursue a master's degree in education. That's contestant number 21, Miss Susan Elizabeth Leonard. Number 22, Miss Anita Belinda Stinson. Anita is the 20-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Benny Stinson of Johnson City and is sponsored by Payday Lumber Company. She is a 1985 graduate of David Crockett High School, is presently a student at East Tennessee State where she's majoring in speech pathology. While at Crockett, she was a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the Bible Club, Vice President of Civinettes, President of the Beta Club, editor of Pioneer Press, and a varsity cheerleader. She received the Most Outstanding Senior Girl Award given by the Johnson City Optimist Club. Was listed in Who's Who among American high school students. Attends Berea Free Will Baptist Church. Says she likes to collect Scottish Terror collectibles. She loves skiing and spending time with the family and friends. Says she doesn't like for a car to tear up when no one is around to fix it, and doesn't like people who are mean to other people. Plans to get a master's degree in speech pathology, to start a family of her own one day, and then to open a speech clinic. That's number 22, Miss Anita Belinda Stinson. Contestant number 23, Miss Lisa Diane Salyers. Lisa is the 16-year-old daughter of Tony and Karen Benfield of Kingsport. She is sponsored by Luxury Liner Custom Vans and Autos of John B. Dennis Parkway, Kingsport. Lisa is a junior at Dobbins Bennett High School, where she's on the softball team and the track team, manager of the basketball club, member of the Students Against Driving Drunk, is a participant in the Homecoming Queen's Court, and is listed in Who's Who among American high school students. Lisa has received several 4-H awards and the All-American Physical Fitness Award. She attends Oak Grove Baptist Church. Says she likes modeling and likes softball. Doesn't like social clubs, doesn't like cooked carrots, doesn't care for the lenient drug and alcohol laws of today. Says that her desire for the future is to become a fashion designer and to become a professional model. That's contestant number 23, a final contestant, Miss Lisa Diane Salyers. And now you've seen them individually, and I'm sure you're waiting to see them together. Obviously, as you know, this stage isn't big enough for that big a crowd, so we're going to have them out here in 2 groups. We'll call slightly more than half of them out the first time and allow them to do a series of quarter turns for you and for the judges. And at this point, the judges' work becomes just a bit harder. Ladies, if you will, contestant number 1, Beverly Jo Gillenwater. Number 2, Nicole Ray Judy. Number 3, Susan Williams. Number 4, Darlene Ganger. Number 5, Angela Anderson. Number 6, Mary Everhart. Number 7, Karen Gray. Number 8, Angel English. Number 9, Debbie Stevens. Number 10, Celia Carver. Number 11, Amy Buchanan. And number 12, Pamela Simcox. You all have your favorites, but of course only one can win. And at this point, as we said, the job of the judges becomes much, much harder, as they must choose 8 finalists from among these 23 girls within the next several minutes. And so in order to help them, we're going to ask you girls, if you will, to do a series of quarter turns for us. If you will, please, a quarter turn to your right. And once again, a quarter turn right, please. Once more, a quarter turn right, please. And finally, again, a quarter turn right, please. And I see the confused look on the judges' faces, and it's going to get worse. That's only half of them. Thank you, ladies. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the remainder of our group. Number 12, Pamela Simcox. Number 13, Billy Sue Lowe. Number 14, Cindy Austin. Number 15, Tina Street. 16, Melinda Barker. Number 17, Julia Hale. 18, Crystal Story. Number 19, Amy Richards. Number 20, Laura Wright. Number 21, Susan Leonard. 22, Anita Stenson. And number 23, Lisa Salyers. Ladies, if you will, please, a quarter turn to your right. And again, a quarter turn right, please. Once more, a quarter turn to your right, please. And again, a quarter turn right, please. You see what I mean? 23 beautiful young ladies, one of whom will become Miss Fairest of the Fair, about an hour from now, maybe a little less. Thank you, ladies. Well, you've had an opportunity to meet these young ladies and to find out a little bit about them. And I'm sure by now that most of you are deciding in your own minds as to whom you would vote for as Miss Fairest of the Fair. Let's find out just how close you are. See, the judges at this point must make the first cut. And that means that for the next several minutes, they're going to get their heads together and select 8 finalists. And of course, that's going to take a little time. And so we've asked the Reflections of Daniel Boone High to be with us and to entertain us for a few minutes, and we'll be back with you a little later. Ladies and gentlemen, the Reflections. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Just 1 year ago, at the closing ceremonies of the Appalachian Fair for 1986, a beautiful young lady was crowned Miss Appalachian Fair, fairest of the fair. Let's make welcome Miss Sherry Richmond. That's Sherry Richmond, ladies and gentlemen, the present fairest of the fair. And this beautiful young lady standing beside me right now is Serena Lee Ford, daughter of Carl Ford of Gray, Gloria Ford of Gray. She's 7 years old. She's in the second grade at Gray Elementary School. She has a very important job we've asked her to perform for us, and that is to be our page girl. The young lady who goes down and picks up the information from the judges. As of right now, those judges, Serena, have selected 8 of our contestants as our finalists. So if you will you go down and pick up those cards and let me know who they are, okay? Now have 8 of our 23 contestants selected as finalists in tonight's